Yeah, I'm not.
Right.
I'm not in my house. I'm at my friend's house.
Hey. Lovely.
Lovely.
So tell me, while I eat my pizza, tell me what your conjugation question is. I like your knitted hair bubble thing. That's cute.
I know.
What's your conjugation? What's your conjugation?
What's your conjugation? Okay. I wanted to really go over it while I'm, I think it'll be something that'll really take my mind off. So I just want to have it as my mantra. So say we have manger. So present would be mange.
Good. So present would be mange. And let's say that the slogan for the present is soft. Sorry, is a or soft hard. So
Right.
if it were an a verb, we just basically remove the a. So manger becomes mange. If it was soft hard, then it would be like vendre becomes vend, 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 vendant, vendez, vend. Yeah? All right? So a soft hard. Good. What next?
And then it was like the tin, the tin that, ooh, that looks really good.
Mackerel on gluten-free, dairy-free pizza, but yeah. So I know what you're after.
Yes.
Top row, bottom row, each of them has a slogan. Let's make sure we know. So we're going to go present, because that's a place to start. Was, will, would. Let's think www. That sounds familiar. www. Does that not sound familiar? Yeah.
Yeah.
So present, was, will, would. Subjunctive, infinitive. So we start in the present. Mm-hmm. Then we have 3 W words. What percentage am I on? 5. I'll pop the charge on in a second. And then 2 ifs. Subjunctive, infinitive. So just say that back to me. Present, was, will, would, subjunctive, infinitive.
Present, was, will, would, subjunctive, infinitive.
That's specifically beautiful. The formal name for that shit would be le présent. Well, in English would be the present. The was isn't always the imperfect, let's be very clear, but I call it was because it helps you guys, and that would be the imperfect. That would then be the simple future, and then the conditional. Subjunctive and infinitive are the same names. So, and the French versions of that would be le présent, l'imparfait, le futur simple, le conditionnel, le subjonctif, et l'infinitif. So basically, but we call it present, was, will, would, subjunctive, infinitive. Then we go on the bottom line. Present, was, will, would, subjunctive, infinitive, on the middle, on the auxiliary. Yeah, on the auxiliary verb. So let's just make sure for each of those. So you only need to know the system for the top line, because the bottom line, it's the same system.
Exactly. With the
do you like I'm wearing a preppy polo shirt, by the way? Do I look like a preppy?
You just look so cute.
I really don't.
You do. I mean, I think it's a combination. It's like, who are you? It's a combination of this preppy polo shirt and the haircut, and you just look like you're going to go to Eton or something. I don't know.
Women just like the beard.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So if you think then we've got 6 on the top. The slogan for the present is just a or soft hard. It's either going to be an a verb or a soft hard verb. We know the category. Danser, it's an a verb, remove the a. Danse, 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 dansant, danser, danse. Soft hard, vend, 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 vendant, vendez, vend. Within soft hard, we could obviously have the irregulars, which are prendre verbs, finir. Sorry, prendre verbs, snake verbs, weird and easy verbs, and twisters. They're our main ones. So, for example, prendre, prend, prenant, prenez, prenne. Yeah. Snake verbs. So, fini, 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 finissant, finissez, finisse. Weird and easy. Conduit, 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 conduise. So, with the weird and easy, you get the Z sound rather than the S sound. So conduit, 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 conduisant, conduisez, conduise. It's still top 3 soft, bottom 3 hard. God, I look exhausted. And the other ones with the twisters. So like pouvoir becomes je peux, devoir becomes je dois. But that's generally your motley crew. Oh, this is a good light on my skin. I might stay.
Yeah, you brightened up.
Yeah, man, you can tell I've been on the retinol, can't you? This is quite good. Right. So, good. That's our shit then. So if we're with manger, yes, mange, il mange. Our slogan for the was tense is everybody a, eon, ea. Let me hear it.
Everybody, eon, ea.
No, everybody a, then eon and ea. Let me hear it.
Oh, everybody a, then eon, ea.
Good. It might help you to think that the imperfect starts with the letter I. So eon, yeah, eon, ea. Yep. So in the case of the verb manger, does it already have an a sound?
Yes.
So we have no auxiliary because the auxiliary doesn't exist on the top line, and the six that we're doing first have no freaking auxiliary. So if I gave you the verb couper, to cut, yeah, does it already have an a on it?
Yes.
Great. Therefore, how would you say in 2 words I was cutting? Say again.
J'ai coupé.
But j'ai is 2 words. So what's that's it. Your mouth will like lots of naughty things. Your mouth will like j'ai coupé because that's the really common one. Let me just plug you in. That your mouth will like j'ai coupé because that's the common one. But I have cut. But I was cutting will be je coupé. Let me hear it again.
Je coupé.
Good. So if I gave the verb donner, yep. So can you see me okay? Yeah.
Yeah, it's good light too.
Yep. So if I said donner, does it end in an a?
Yes.
So therefore, how would I say you were giving?
Tu couper. I mean, tu donner. Tu donner.
That's it. Good. As opposed to in a minute on the bottom line, you gave tu as donné, which would obviously be the present in the middle, right?
Oui.
So then if we had a we can either use on, so on donné, we can use the same shit, or we can go nous donnions, so like our normal verb, but we shove an e up its ass. So normally, how would we say we eat? Normally, how would we say we eat? Nous. In the present tense, nous mangeons.
Nous mangeons.
Nice twang, nice twang, nice twang. How would we say we were eating then? Shove an e up its ass. What's the slogan for the was, Brenda? Everybody a apart from eon and ea. So if it's the nous and the vous, it gets an e up your ass. So if it's nous mangeons, we eat, what would be we were eating?
Nous mangions.
Fabulous. If it was vous conduisez, you drive, you plural, you formal, vous conduisez, shove an e up its ass, what would be you were driving?
Vous conduisons.
Hang on, vous conduisez is the present, so shove an e up its ass, vous conduisez.
Vous conduisez.
Yeah. If I say you put, vous posez, yeah, shove an e up the ass, what would be you were putting, plural, vous posez.
Vous posions. Posez.
With the posier, with the vous, yes?
Posier.
So far then, our slogan in the present is a and soft hard.
Oui.
Our slogan in the imperfect is a, everybody a, eon, ea. Right. Present was will. Our slogan for the will, don't forget Bren-Bren, you can still say, I'm going to do some shiz. I'm going to eat. I'm going to love somebody until I die. I'm going to, that's my current fate. I'm going to speak. I'm going to whatever. Je vais, fine. But if you're saying I will, you need the re, ra, ron. Can you please save me the slogan for the future? Re, ra, ron.
Re, ra, ron.
Lovely. How do we remember which one of those we stick on the end? Is it's going to be the same sound as that person's verb to have. So could you very quickly say for me, I have, you have, he has, we have. Just run down have. J'ai, tu as, il a, nous avons. Well, I make Chinese shadow puppets on my on my exfoliated skin. can you can you I woke up, I slept really weirdly last night because I had this weird manipulation massage thing. And when I don't sleep, I do this like it's only from Boots, but it's like a kind of like PHA little like exfoliating little wake the fuck up mask. And yeah, and it's always really good. I'm getting low on it. So basically, so if I said I have, you have, he has, we have, whatever, could you just run down those people? J'ai, tu as, il a, nous avons, vous avez, ils ont. Run down all those people.
J'ai, tu as, il a.
We have, nous avons.
Nous avons, vous avez.
And they have.
Ils ont.
Good. You've turned the camera around. Is that okay? I can't see you.
Yeah, I wanted to see the dog, but.
Okay. Oh, baby boy or baby girl?
It's a baby boy.
Oh, give me a little licky kiss. Give me a little lick. Give me a little licky kiss.
He went for a walk.
Oh.
Here I am. I just went to see the dog.
Well, we're all anybody's for a bit of tongue, but that's beautiful. Lovely. So, no, not anybody's. Right. Oh my God, Brenda, I've got it so bad. So badly, kill me.
With the dancer? Avec le danseur?
I can't comment.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. But yeah. Yeah. So, right. If I then said, I will, Ray, ra, ron, the person I'm going to use, Ray, ra, ron, is going to rhyme with that person's have. So if I said he has, is it going to be a Ray, ra, or a ron ending?
He has?
Sorry, I apologize. He will do something. He will do something.
Right.
So is it for a he? Is it going to be Ray, a rat, or a ron ending?
It's going to be a ra.
So that's it. So let me remind you, you go to the have. You go to that person's form of have, and it reminds you. So he has, il a. What's the ending going to be? Ray, rat, or ron? Great.
Right.
I, rat. We will do something in the future. Is it going to be a Ray, rat, or a ron ending?
Ron.
That's it, because nous avons rhymes with ron. You using tu, is it going to be a Ray, a rat, or a ron ending? Quickly think to yourself. You have. How do you say you have? Tu.
Tu as.
So therefore, in the future, is it going to be Ray, rat, or ron?
It's going to be a ra.
Good. Vous in the future. So how do you say you have? Vous avez.
Vous avez.
So is it going to be Ray, rat, or ron in the future?
Ray.
That's it. So all you're going to do is stick it on the end of said verb. Or if it's an irregular, pour plus the same endings, sur, or whatever. So if I had the verb manger and I said he will eat, which future ending did we say we need for he? Ray, rat, or ron?
Ray.
Say for me, he has.
Il a.
Therefore, do I need Ray, rat, or ron in the future?
Ra.
That's it. So how do you say he will eat?
Il mangera.
That's it. We will eat. Quickly say for me, we have. Nous
avons.
Ray, rat, or ron then to match that?
Ron.
So is it nous man? So what's we will eat? Nous mangerons.
Nous mangerons.
Great. All right. See how simple it works?
Mm-hmm.
If you've got irregulars, what's the irregular for be? Sir.
Yeah.
My mummy said, what would I be? That, although that's obviously not from French, but it's a similar future. So what you have to you have normal, plain and simple. You have is to.
Oh, to a.
So therefore, you will be is to so.
Ra.
Good. What's the future for have?
Or.
What you will have, if we've agreed it's going to be a rat ending, what you will have? Tu or.
To.
Hang on. What you have?
To.
That's it.
Yeah, totally.
So before you go into the future, go into the have.
Right. Okay.
All right. All right. And that will give it you. All right.
Okay.
Now, there are other irregular futures, but you know them. Pourrait instead of pouvoirait, devoirait. Shut up becomes devra, you know. But why do you think we need to know be and have? because we're going to use those bitches on the bottom line when we put them in the middle of other verbs, correct? Good. So, present, was, will. What came next? Present, was, will.
Would.
That's right. So far, our slogans have been A or soft hard.
Would.
They've been everybody A, E on EA. Then they were ray, ra, ron. And now they're going to be, so this rhymes with the was. Instead of everybody A, E on EA, we have everybody ray, rion, rie. So it's just exactly the same, but the r.
And sunshine.
And then we've also got the ray of light, which comes down in the wood. The ray of light comes down in the wood. Yeah. So like do you get the play on words? Like I would do something like a wood, like trees. The ray of light comes down in the wood, because most of the time the verbs are going to end in a ray in the wood tense. The other day I was doing my friend's dance class, and he was like, everybody looks a bit like Bambi. He said, like, just get it more into the earth, a bit more into the earth. And I went, what, like Bambi's mom? Just like, she's pretty freaking into the earth. Good. Lovely. So, in other words, where before we went ray, ra, ron as our choice, we now have to go ray for everybody. But if it's nous and vous, instead of saying eon and ea, it's now rion and rie. But every bugger else in the wood tense is going to be ray on the end. So what's I would eat? Je
mangerai.
What you would eat? It's not nous, it's not vous. So think of the ray of light. What's you would eat? Tu
mangerai.
Good. And notice, Bren-Bren, that everybody's mouth prefers that. Everybody likes going tu mangerai rather than tu mangeras. He would eat. It's not nous, it's not vous. Don't think about it. Ray of light coming down. What's he would eat?
Il mangerait.
That's it. He will eat. Oh, hang on. Il mangera, because I'm then back to ray, ra, ron. We would eat. Remember, I'm going to need the double ending. Nous mangerons.
Nous mangerons.
Nous mangerions. Yes, remember? The was. So if you think of the normal we, let's look at the stem. When you look at the normal we, nous mangeons, and you shove the E up its ass to make nous mangions. Yeah? And then this one is nous mangerions. So it's a R plus the E. All right? So give me we will dance. Nous dansons. What's we will dance? Sorry, I apologize. We would dance. Nous danserions.
Nous danserions.
That's it. So come with me. Say for me, ray, ra, ron.
Ray, ra, ron
was the future. Ray, rion, rie was the would.
Ray, rion, rie.
So in the future and in the would, you've got two sounds which are the same, ray and ray. Because on the je, it used to have a little bit of a stress differently, but it's largely the same. So je mangerai. It's the same sounded ending. Yeah, they're both a. All right, good. Then we went to the subjunctive, which, although there are irregulars, puis, fas, sash, all that shit, most of the time in the subjunctive, it involves going to the hard sound of the word if it's a soft hard verb, and if it was a verb, we're just going to go to the eon and ea again from the was, and everybody else is going to stay the same. I'm just telling Chris that I'll be 10 minutes. 1 second. 1 second. I'll be about 10. So say that pattern for me again. So what was my slogan in the present tense? Just say the a soft hard.
A soft hard.
So an a verb, I hate to say it, is basically a normal ass verb, isn't it? It's a normal ass verb.
Ouais.
So if I normally said je mange, tu manges, il mange, nous mangeons, vous mangez, il mange, would you just run down those basic 6 bitches for me? Je mange. So no, this is just your normal present tense for the moment. Off you go.
Yeah. Je mange, tu manges, il mange.
Nous
mangeons.
Nous, that's it. Vous mangez.
Vous mangerez.
But the normal. Vous mangez.
Nous mangez. Nous mangez.
Vous mangez. Good. And they normally
il mange.
Right. What was our slogan for the was? A, E on EA, yes?
Ouais.
So the only two that we're going to change in the subjunctive with the normal verb is the nous and the vous. So everybody else is going to stay the same. And we're going to make ion and ea the subjunctive. So in other words, here's a normal verb. Je parle, tu parles, il parle, nous parlons, vous parlez, il parle. Here's the subjunctive. Que je parle, que tu parles, boring, qu'il parle, que nous parlions, que vous parliez, qu'il parle. The only two that change are the nous and the vous, and they're going to go to was. So do that for me again. You're going to say 6 verbs normally, and then you're going to go again, and you're just going to change the nous and the vous. So, for example, if I gave you chercher, je cherche, tu cherches, il cherche, normal, nous cherchons, vous cherchez, il cherche, subjunctive, je cherche, tu cherches, il cherche, nous cherche, ion, that should only change the e there, vous cherche, ie, that should only change on the vous, il cherche, back to normal. So the 2 lists are identical, apart from the ion and the ea. Yeah?
Right.
So let's do the verb smoke. Give me all the way down normally. Normally, I smoke. Je
fume, tu fumes,
il
fume,
nous fume.
nous
Normal.
fume,
Good. Vous, normal. Vous
vous
fume.
fumez,
Il, normal. Flawless, Bren.
Right.
The only 2 that are going to change are also going to get the e up their ass, same as in the was. So basically, it's like the was tense, but not with a. It's just je fume. Yeah. So the only 2 that are going to change. So in the subjunctive, like it is necessary that I smoke, or all the other reasons that we do the subjunctive, want, need, doubt, fear, and personal, emotional. Don't worry about that for now. We're looking at the conjugation. So go down again. Je, what's that going to be the subjunctive?
Do I need to say que?
No. Just I smoke. So what did I say? They're all going to be the same. Pardon me, talking my mouth full. They're all going to be the same, apart from the nous and the vous, aren't they? So I smoke, je
fume, tu fumes,
il
fume.
I just caught what you meant by your question. You said, do I need to say the je and the tu? Yes, because it's not Spanish. Yep. You need to say the people. Yep.
Okay.
Now, normally we smoke is nous fumons. Shove the bit of it. That's it. That's it. So Luke wants us to smoke. Luke wants us to smoke the joint. Luke veut que nous fumions le joint. All right.
Fumions,
vous
fumiez.
That's it. So those are the only subjunctives. And il, back to normal, il
fume.
Fabulous. If we had a soft hard verb, so say we had vendre, and normally we'd go vend, vendon, vendez, vend. With the subjunctive, everybody's hard. It's like a boarding school at 13 years old. So vend. We're still going to borrow the eon and the ea. Vendions, vendier, vend. So everybody's hard, and we've still got the eon and the ea. So Brenda, in the verb sortir, sortir, what's the soft of sortir normally? How would you normally say I'm going out? Normally.
Yes.
What's normally I go out?
Je sors.
Gorgeous accent. What's the freaking hard version of sortir? What's the hard? What's the hard? Sort. That's it. So the subjunctive for a hard soft verb goes everybody's hard. Remember the joke about the 13-year-old boys? It'll get me thrown off YouTube, but there you go. Je sorte, tu sortes, il sorte. That's the one thing that freaking ciprofloxacin hasn't ruined. That still works for me. Too much. My testosterone levels were way higher than normal. I was a bit like, why? But the doctor's like, don't worry about it. Don't question it. It's great for you.
Don't question it.
So he's like, enjoy. He's like, are you losing any head hair? I was like, no. I was like, I've got fine hair, but I always have. He's like, are you suddenly gaining a shed load of body hair? I was like, a little bit.
That's Jane.
Hello. He was like, have you got any back knee? I was like, no, not at all. He was like, well, then I wouldn't worry about it. So instead of je sors, tu sors, il sort, nous sortons, vous sortez, il sorte. Je sorte, tu sortes, il sorte, nous sortions, vous sortiez, il sorte. Let's say we had another soft hard. Let's say it was, partir. Part. Dorm. All right? Infinitive, we don't need to worry about because you know what it is. It's just the 2 form. Right. Let's go to the bottom line. So now we're going to do the present tense on the bottom line. And what two verbs do we use in the middle, Brenda? What are the two verbs in French we stick in the middle?
Être or
Great. So would you quickly say for me, I am all the way down. Je suis, tu es, run your way all the way down.
Je suis, tu es, il est, nous
sommes.
Nous sommes. Vous êtes, ils sont.
Good. Nice accent. So your first one, strictly freaking speaking, you know, the present perfect, the passé composé, the simple past, it's got different names according to how you're thinking about it in English and French. It's just the present tense in the middle. It's the present tense in the middle. So either j'ai plus past word, tu as plus past word, il a, nous avons, vous avez, ils ont, or je suis, tu es, il est, nous sommes, vous êtes, ils sont. Whether you throw a pronoun in there, je me suis, tu t'es, il s'est, or je l'ai, or tu l'as, that's your own business. That's your own damn business. So if we had eat, what do the bottom line all have Bren-Bren in the middle? They have an auxiliary, don't they? So
yes.
The slogan for this tense is action auxiliary, because you need something to remind you that you're not in the was tense.
Oui.
So I spoke. If you say I have spoken, fine, you're not going to mess it up. J'ai parlé. Pardon my pizza hands. If you say I was speaking, fine, you ain't going to mess it up. Je parlais. But if you just hear David spoke, your brain goes, what is this, a one-off action? David spoke yesterday. Or was it when he was a kid, David spoke with a stronger regional, you know? So this is where you have the choice. If it's the one-off action, it's going to go to this one. So what would be I have spoken, or I spoke with the action? J'ai
parlé.
That's it. And then that would be all the way down. J'ai parlé, tu as parlé, il a parlé, nous avons parlé, vous avez parlé, ils ont parlé, you know, whatever. What we learn on the bottom line is every single one of them has the same past word. So in other words, good. On our top line, we went present. What verb did we go into next? What tense? Present. What on the top line?
We went to present, was, will.
Good. So on the bottom line, we're now going to stick the word. We've just done the word in the middle in the present.
Wait.
The whole shebang is in the present, but the word in the middle is going to the present. Now we're going to the word in the middle in the was. We're still going to use have. We're still going to use be, and this in English will give us I had done some shit. All right. So, what is the had form of être?
J'étais.
Oh, shut up, Luke. I apologize. Yes, you got my question. What's the was form of j'étais? So could you just run down for me? J'étais, tu étais, il était, nous étions, vous étiez, ils étaient. Run down for me.
Okay. J'étais, tu étais, il était, nous étions. No.
Yep.
Vous étiez, il était.
Ils étaient, good. And you'll notice that we're following our A, on EA, was tense rules. Yeah. Would you now run down the verb to have for me in the was tense? Can I remind you, I forgot to say earlier, if your verb doesn't end in an A, so let's go back up to the top line again quickly. If you go to the was tense and the slogan is everybody A, apart from on and EA, if your verb doesn't end in an A, where do you go? You go to the we form and yank its bollocks off. So what is we have normally?
Now I got confused.
Plain and simple, we have nous avons.
Nous avons.
So yank off the on, yeah, and we stick on the was tense of A. So what's that going to be? Avions. Just A on the end.
Avait.
What's the was tense, Brenda? Everybody A, on and EA. So j'ave, give me the ending.
J'avais.
Tu have.
Oh, j'avais, tu avais, il avait, nous avions.
You've got it, my love. Vous
aviez, il avait.
Great. So that would work for the was tense of have anyway. Pardon me, my mouthful. I did dance stuff, then walked to teach by where they're putting all the flags up for the coronation. Then had to go to the dentist.
Next month, right?
Then I had to go to the dentist. More on that later. Oh, and then I had to yeah. So if I now give you a verb, you're going to make it the had form. All you need to do is listen whether it's got have or be in the middle. So if you hear j'ai dansé, I have danced, I had danced, j'avais dansé. If you hear je suis parti, I left, I had left, j'étais parti. All you're going to do is stick the relevant was tense of the verb in the middle. Ready?
Right.
He has eaten, il a mangé. How would you say he had eaten?
Il avait mangé.
Notice the verb in the middle changes, nothing doesn't. Nothing else does. He left, il est parti. Verb être. Il est parti.
Il était parti.
That's it. Nous avons mangé. We have eaten. Shove something up its ass to give me the was in the middle. Nous
avions.
Finish the ending at the end. That's it. The ending doesn't change. Good.
Okay.
We arrived. Nous sommes arrivés. Nous sommes arrivés. We're in the verb to be. So what's the verb tense of the verb to be for the we? Nous
étions arrivés.
Job done. Lovely. So that's we had done something. Present was in the present in the middle, was in the middle. Now we go will in the middle. All we're going to do is put re, ra, ron on the end of either or for the have shit or sur for the be shit. So the words in the middle now can either be aurait, aura, auront, serait, sera, seront. They're the only ones you need. And again, if you forget which one it is, think of that person in the have. So Luke will have eaten. Now, let's be really clear. Pardon me. People get this one confused. They're like, well, what's the difference? Luke will have eaten, Luke will eat. In the future, Luke will eat. Is this action will take place in the future. By 5 o'clock tonight, no, we're 8 o'clock. By 9 o'clock tonight, Luke will have eaten a banana. It means by this future, this thing will now be in the past. It's not the past yet, but it will be the past. Brenda will go to the store. That is an action that's going to take place in the future. By tomorrow evening, Brenda will have gone to the store. It's an action that is in the future, but by the time that future comes around, that shit will already have been done. It's the future past. Yeah, future perfect. So all we're going to do is stick aurait, aura, auront, serait, sera, seront in the middle. So if I said he has eaten, il a mangé, you know which future we're going to need because it's going to rhyme with the appropriate have. Yeah, because it's going to rhyme with the have. So il a mangé. What's he will have eaten? Ils
auront mangé.
It's got to rhyme with the same person as the have. So il a mangé, ils
auront.
Brenda, if I'm saying il a,
right,
which one of Ray, Ra, or Ron does il a rhyme with?
Ra.
That's it. So is it il aura mangé, il aurait mangé, or ils auront mangé? Which one's it going to be?
Il aura mangé.
That's it. Nous sommes partis. We left. We will have left. Is it serait, seront, or sera? Which one rhymes with?
So
actually, I apologize because the verb to be you can't work it out from. But how do we say we have? Nous
avons.
Which one of serait, sera, or seront rhymes with avant?
Wrong.
So nous serons partis. Whatever. Arrivé. Yeah. So
yeah.
That one is just exactly the same. Next one. Only two more and you're done. If we were in the would have, now this bleeder is a lot more common. This bleeder is a lot more common, either by itself or as part of a combination. If you had told me, I would have left and all of that shit.
Right.
This is the conditional past. Would have done something. Tomorrow, I would go to the shop if you needed me. That's the normal conditioner. Oh, Brenda, I would have gone to the shop if you told me that, you'd run out of champagne. So, in other words, if I said,
me so well.
I know. if I said, you deserve it at the moment. If I said, what was Sam trying to get me? She's trying to tell me about, is it pickleback or something? When you drink the olive, the brine of the olive.
Right.
As like a kind of shot. So instead of doing like a dirty martini, you do like the brine of the olive and then the spirit. Is it pickleback or something? Like
it's pickleback.
Yeah. I think it's primarily whiskey, which I'm allergic to, but she's like, oh, it's quite nice, like that, and then the neat gin.
We talked about last Saturday when I was drinking with those crazy Chicago women. They gave me lots of martini instructions.
Well, you know, a dirty martini, like, but an intensified dirty martini. Although there's a joy to the gin and the vermouth, isn't there? Though, but like, yeah, yeah. So this tense is still going to have or sir in the middle.
Right.
But it's either it's going to be the conditional endings. In the wood, Brenda, what did we see coming down through the roof of the wood?
Ray.
So the ending of the wood will be ray for everybody, or rion, rie, if it was a nous and a vous. Don't think about it unless it's nous or a vous. So he has eaten, il a mangé. He had eaten, il avait mangé. He will have eaten, il aura mangé. He would have eaten, il
aura mangé.
Oh, what's coming down to the roof of the...
Il aurait.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Brenda left. Brenda est partie. Brenda had left. Brenda était partie. Brenda will have left. Brenda sera partie. Brenda would have left. What's coming down to the roof of the Brenda Brenda what's coming down to the roof of
Sore
partie. That's it. Lovely. That's all it is. One more and you're finished. Up until now, which two verbs have we been playing with in the auxiliary? Which two verbs have we had in the middle?
Être and avoir.
Great. So if we're on the top row, we need to know the subjunctive for any one of the bloody verbs that we're playing with. Whatever the verb is, we need to know it on the top row. If we're in the subjunctive past, which is on the bottom row, we only need to know the subjunctive of have and be. Because as you know, on the bottom row, we only change the auxiliary. What, Bren-Bren, is the subjunctive of the verb to be?
Était.
Oh, no, the subjunctive.
Soit.
Thank you. Soit, soit, soit. Soyons, soyez, soit. Brenda might remember that on the top row, the subjunctive, we said A verbs, everybody stays the same, apart from eon and ea. And then hard verbs, everybody stays, everybody goes hard, plus eon and ea. But the irregulars, can I make it very clear that have and be do not have eon and ea. So soit, 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 soyons, soyez, soit, a, aon, a. So there's no eon or ea. So a. So just say those verbs for me. So do me all the subjunctives of be. Soit, 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 soyons, soyez, soit.
Soit, soit, soyons, soyez, soyez.
Soit. A, aon, a.
I'm stuck on soyez.
Soyons, soyez, soit.
Soyez, soit.
If you guys have a problem with it, remember it's the verb to be. Shut up, Luke. It's the verb to see. Voir. Voir, 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 voyons, voyez, voir. Soit, 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 soyons, soyez, soit. Now give me the verb to have. A, aon, a.
A.
Aon, a.
Aon, a.
So I'm going to give you the verb normally, and all you're going to do is put the middle one into the subjunctive. So that basically means a or soit for most of the time, or aon or soyez, or aon or aa, soyons or soyez. He has eaten, il a mangé. I'm happy. No, we're not going to teach why we're doing the subjunctive. That will be, want, need, doubt, want, doubt, need, fear, impersonal, emotional, and all the normal stuff. But this is if you're just conjugating it. So I am happy that he has eaten. So not je suis content qu'il a mangé. What's the subjunctive of have? Qu'il
ait.
That's it. Qu'il ait mangé. You'll notice the past stays the same. She left. Elle est partie. Be gone, bitch. Good riddance. I'm happy she's left. Not je suis content qu'elle est partie. What's the verb to be in the subjunctive? Je suis content qu'elle soit. That's it. So to end your question, he eats, il mange. He was eating, il mangeait. He will eat, il mangera. He would eat, il mangerait. It's interesting, he eats. It's a normal verb in the subjunctive apart from nouveau. Il est intéressant qu'il mange. Before eating, avant de manger, just the infinitive. He ate, action, present in the middle, il a mangé. He had eaten, was in the middle, il avait mangé. He will have eaten, il aura mangé. He would have eaten, il aurait mangé. It's interesting, he's eaten, il est intéressant qu'il ait mangé. After having eaten, we put the have and the be in the infinitive. So it's the infinitive on the have or the be, the infinitive on the auxiliary. It's the bottom line. So après avoir mangé, or without having eaten, sans avoir mangé. You know, I'm happy to have eaten, je suis content d'avoir mangé. So those ones, we just put have and be in the infinitive. So go over your little collection. You've got them all there. Yeah. You've got them already, but if anybody else particularly wanted this, they could just ask for the podcast or something. You know?
Ouais.
Good. I need to go and teach Chris.
Go. Merci. Ciao.